When we talk about environmental racism and environmental justice, we have to understand that it is a public health issue affecting our most vulnerable. That's the link between climate change and health among the most vulnerable people, pregnant moms and their babies. Number one, it's the fact that when people have to breathe systematically worse air, they're less healthy at baseline. Whether it's asthma or heart disease, it impacts baseline health, and it impacts the health in particular of vasculature. And you think about how a pregnant mother feeds her infants in utero. This has everything to do with vasculature. When you have to breathe that air systematically, even as you're pregnant, it has implications for the exchange of basic nutrients in utero. And then lastly, when babies are born, the air that they breathe matters. Polluters are more likely to locate in lower income communities where they believe that communities have less power and are less likely to rise up and organize against their pollution. And that's why we have environmental racism. Low income people and people of color, particularly Black people, are more likely to be exposed to more polluted areas, have to breathe dirty air and drink dirty water. And this is part of what we talk about when we talk about systemic racism. Whether it's the fact that babies who are born premature and low birth weight, it affects their cognitive development over time, whether it's how their lungs and their hearts develop, even as children. It has implications for their learning in school, has implications for chronic disease risk. Unfortunately, Black women are less likely to get high quality healthcare for a number of reasons. Number one, they're less likely to be insured. Number two, they're more likely to be insured on Medicaid, which we know has been underfunded over time and isn't accepted at all clinics and hospitals. And then when they go to the hospital, they're more likely to go to underfunded hospitals in urban communities. And then lastly, we know that both implicit and yes, explicit bias on the part of healthcare providers has real implications for the kind of care that Black women get at the hospital. And that means everything from rethinking our healthcare policy to make sure everybody has health insurance through policies like Medicare for All, taking on the polluters who are systematically polluting low-income communities through strong, broad-shouldered climate justice policy, or making sure that everybody has access to something as basic as a good job that comes with a living wage, that comes with paid sick leave, that comes with benefits.